relax and paint. That's today. And I am up early, the sun's shining in my room, and I am going to be painting just some irises I did in a book before. And I love that people like irises, and these are a little different, so I'm excited to share them with you. And I've already got my paints going. I was working on some fun things that I wanted to share with you. And I have my grandmother clock chiming away and nobody's waking up to it. But I'm gonna lay out my design first and decide where. I don't have any chalk right here, so I'm gonna just put white. I'm gonna have a bud up here. Oops, listen, I just wanna share with you that I feel so blessed to have you guys out there watching. And I hope that I touch your life in some way that will better your painting or make you think something positive for the day with painting in mind and creating. And it's beautiful to create and share with other people. So paint some greeting cards, make some, just one flower on a greeting card is a great thing. And this is the pandemic going on, and I really need this YouTube painting because it keeps me grounded and thinking that maybe if I touch you, it'll improve your life, because it improves mine by just being here painting with you. So let's go to the overhead, and thanks for listening to me. I'm going to be on my scrapbooking paper again today, and I'm going to say there's going to be a bud, here's going to be an iris over here, and I usually use chalk, but that's okay. This is going to be a bud here. And then this is going to be a bigger iris, but this is a different kind of iris. I just love doing this because I don't even know what they're called, but they were fun. All right, so before I put the greenery, I just went ahead and went for it and painted the irises, okay? So I'm going to use a 16. Let's see, let me look for my 16. I had the wrong brush with me. All right, so I'm going to wet my brush. This is my signature brush, okay? And I'm going to pick up some purple and dioxazine purple on the 16 flat, and then I'm going to pick up white because I don't have them next to each other, okay? So I'm going to work this in really fast at first, work back and forth really fast to work this up into the brush, okay? Then from then on, I pick up white and dioxazine and just do the surface now. Okay, I even have medium in here. Now what I've got, let me share with you. This is multi-surface, FolkArt multi-surface, and it has a sealer in it and makes it wonderful for multiple surfaces. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide up and come back down. I pick up a little bit more white, and this is a bud. So I am gently, very lightly touching. I mean, barely touching. So I can take, because it's scrapbooking paper too, it's easy to turn. I can turn this over and look at this. See that? Now look how the white makes you really see that the petals look like they curve. Look, I can go just like this, push down, stand up, and curve. See how that does? I just think that's fun. I hope you like that. So I keep coming over to my paint. And now in here, my eyes are just looking at this outside shape. Then I push down. See, I put pressure on the brush. And every time I'm leaving, I'm getting more paint. So watch what happens here. To a point. Now push down and then stand up and turn. Isn't that kind of fun? Okay, let's do it over here. It's easier to turn this, okay? So look, I'm going to come here. All right, stand up to a point, reverse the brush. It's pointed that way. Now pull it back, push down, stand up, and roll the brush. Okay? So you watch this over and over. If you watch it over and over, you can watch these strokes more carefully and go, oh, I know what she did. All right. Now, what's going to happen here is I can even do another one here. But I am going to show you that if I take this purple, dioxazine purple, and I come way down here, I can come up and it kind of splits and comes back up. Now all I did was flip the brush. Okay, so instead of the white on the outside, I have the purple, dioxazine purple, and stand up. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. So I got to try to make sure that looks good that way. Okay, so let's pick up more white and purple, and I'm going to go back to this look, because what has to happen here is that this is going to lay over those purple petals that hung down. So look, there we go. And then we're going to have a stem coming out of there. Isn't that kind of fun? And we'll put some pollen in there and make it really pretty. Okay, so over here, I'm going to get more white. So over here, I'm going to get higher. So I'm going to come this way. See how they kind of come up into each other like that? Are you having a good time this morning? If you're sitting there relaxing, you're making me happy. Take a deep breath, especially if you try stroking this with me. Come back later and stroke this with me. And take deep breaths every time I say, are you breathing? Okay, so let's do another one. Isn't that kind of pretty? So just one iris on a card will make such a nice greeting card. And if you're going out there, cards are so expensive. 5 years, I painted all the cards for my family, and I have 29 grandbabies and many, many children. Okay, so now I've got to flip it, remember? I'm going to come up here. Okay, now that's a little tricky, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to think, I want this purple to slide out. Then I'm going to do a couple of these little guys. I came in, came back out, put pressure and curve. All right, so it's got detail in the petal. So what you would do is you look at the flower you want to do and try to move like that petal moves. Now I came out further on this one to match this one because I got too big over here. So look what's going to happen now. I flip the brush to show the purple on the outside. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right in here and add a few more. All right. This one isn't showing and this one isn't showing. So I can just come in there and add a little bit there. So okay. Now I'm going to put that brush down for a minute, and I'm going to get the citrus. This is a 12 flat. Is this new? Something new for you today? 12 flat, get some medium. Okay, so let's get right here, little chisel strokes, and then pull and disappear behind here and come back up here. Okay, and then here, over here, and here. All right, so they're all going to be in here. I want you to see. I'm going to come up really high so you can see. All right, so I'm going to have a leaf over here. and a leaf over here. Now what I usually do is I come up because then I can get a nice point. All right, so I've got to get more paint. I get medium because I need this to move, and more paint. So watch what happens. Push down and then stand up, push, and then turn, and lift as you come up. Okay, you can see I run out of paint. That means I need more medium. Okay. Now I'm going to bring some light citrus green. Now whatever leads, whatever follows is the predominant color. So I'm leading with the dark green, which means the light green. On these last ones, look, the light green really shows because I led with the dark green. Okay. Now I get more medium and green, and right in here, I'm going to put some fern, and right in here, I'll do a little bit of fern. So I'm going to take and do one little leaf on the chisel of this brush. So I can get longer and longer. There's all kinds of fern. So this fern would be small at the top and a little bit bigger as you go. But I got to make sure that I push on the chisel and stand up so I have a nice tip. Okay. And then over here, I'm mostly doing citrus. Where did I do that? Let's do it right there. All right. So chisel with citrus on top of that dark green. All right. It's kind of fun. This one got a little dark, but that's okay. We're going to put bright painting around it. So then I'm going to let's wipe my 16 off, and I'm going to pick up the sap and the citrus again with some medium and work that in. And I had a little bit of purple in there, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to put some leaves in here. Okay. And then pull a stem. All right, I'm going a little bit faster, and I always told y'all I would be slow. So here we go. Remember, right here's the magnet. And we're going to come right here, and we wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to the tip. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. One way that I help you is I make an arrow. And on that arrow, I go like this. And then that line shows you where to go to. You start on the point of the arrow as you come forward, okay? Right, there we go. Okay. Now let's take our small brush. That's a 12. Let me pick up an 8. Do I have an 8 right here? Yeah. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some white and some yellow, daffodil yellow. Okay. And right in here, I'm going to do short little chisel strokes. And what's going to happen in here, that's, what do you call it? The pollen inside of these. I can even put some yellow ochre in there to really make it work better. I hope you like my chimes. I totally forgot to turn it off. It gives me peace. It also tells me it's every 15 minutes. Okay, so that really pops it, makes it pretty. And then if you can use the same colors with a little dip of white. So pick up the two colors, a little dip of white, and I can do fun little strokes. And this is just my flat brush, but doesn't it look like it's a filbert? So I'm doing what I do with my 5-petal flowers. I want you to see that I'm going one, there's a head, an arm, a leg, like a gingerbread man. And yellow, daffodil yellow, and white. All right, just a few flowers in there. And one last thing I did do is I got some Juneberry in white to just add a little bit. It has some let's add some purple with that Juneberry, and I'll pull it all together. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go back over this. And I can put grass in there, or I just know where I'm headed. It's fine too. Okay, so I can go now over a little bit more maybe. And do another one over here. And then we're done. So what do y'all think? Ain't kind of fun? Quick, some easy strokes. I'm going to put some citrus little dots in inside my little flowers, which they are not showing. So I guess I have to put some dark green sap. Okay, guys. So there you go. I want to see you guys share that on my Facebook group. Y'all could paint this. These are a little bit more tricky, but just do a bunch of buds, not the whole big flower if you're worried at first. But see, it's a fun little few flowers. I can put another magenta one over there. So thank you for being on today. It is Wednesdays, Relax and Paint. Thank you so much, guys. See you next week.